Hey guys, it's Connor, and today's video is all about underwear. So, today we're going to talk about underwear. The title of this video is Boxers or Briefs, but we're going to go more in depth than that because there's more types of underwear than just boxers and briefs. There's a lot of types of underwear. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the types of underwear that I have, because I have many types of underwear. Being trans, buying underwear was something that was always very gender affirming to me, and so because of that I have a lot of underwear. I bought a lot of underwear. I like all the fun patterns, I like all the fun styles, I like all the different types, so I have a lot to show you. So the first style of underwear we have is the jockstrap. This is the most revealing type of underwear. It doesn't have a back, so, you know, there's the butt, but it's just, and it has these straps that kind of go on your butt, and it's got this little front area which holds everything in place. I've got my Real Magic Packer in right now, and this is what a jockstrap is like. This is my favorite jockstrap that I own, and I'm sure it's pretty easy to tell why. It's extra gay with the rainbow waistband and rainbow straps and all these rainbow stars. It's a very gay jockstrap. It's the first jockstrap that I ever bought, and it's definitely by far my favorite. It's by 2Exist. They're kind of hard to find. This specific one they don't make anymore, so you gotta find it somewhere else. But it's definitely a good purchase if you're gay and you want to show that off, especially to like a partner or someone who's gonna see your underwear. Oh, that's the cat. I got scared for a second because I heard noises. Or if you want to show off your underwear to like a partner or something like that. Now this is a sport brief. So it's basically a brief. It's got a normal back, but it has no fly. So it's pretty tight, and it's good for keeping everything in place when you're doing, you know, running or any kind of sports, and thus it's called a sport brief. This is just your normal everyday brief. It's just a normal pair of underwear. They're pretty good. They're great for packing. So is the sport brief and the jock, to be honest. All three of these pairs of underwear are the most ideal for packing because they hold everything really tight to your body, as opposed to like a boxer brief or a boxer where everything kind of just hangs loose and moves around. That doesn't work very well for those of us who have to pack and have something that doesn't stick to us. Although if you use something like an adhesive on a product that can be adhered to you, then you're pretty much good to go with whatever underwear you want. But anyways, this is the normal brief. Now this is basically just another type of brief, but this one's actually made of bamboo, so it's very silky soft. And these are actually, I think this is Tebow underwear. So if you want to buy some, they're super comfortable. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these brands. These are just brands that I happen to own. But anyways, these are just like a normal brief, but without a fly. Very good for packing because it holds everything really tight to you. They're very comfortable, although if you have a bigger butt like myself, it's gonna kind of ride up and you're gonna have to keep pulling it down because these are really made for pretty athletic guys, to be honest, which is sad, but that's how it is. So yeah, that's your bamboo brief. Now this is what I would call a fancy brief. It's another brief that does not have a fly, but it's just fancy. It's gold. It's got this floral pattern on it. Very nice, also very good for packing. And this is from Debrief Underwear. They actually have an Instagram if you want to check them out, and they sell really good underwear for not too expensive. Now this is somewhere between a brief and a trunk. I'm not exactly sure what to call this, but fun fact, this is the first pair of men's underwear that my mother ever bought me. But yeah, they're pretty good for packing. They're not the most, they're not the tightest, so they don't keep things the most stable, but it does work. And these are from Gap, if you can't see. Now this is a trunk. It's basically a boxer brief with a really short leg. I think it's like a 2-inch inseam or something like that, but they can have like 1, 2, 3-inch inseams, and those are usually all considered trunks. They're not the best for packing. If you know, use them, your packer is going to move around, especially if you're like working out or riding a bike or something like that. But they are very comfortable, and these are American Eagle, my favorite brand, and they are a very good purchase in my opinion, and I just can't wait until I have bottom surgery and don't have to worry about a packer moving around anymore, you know? But yeah, that's them. Now this is your classic everyday boxer brief. Like the trunks, which I didn't actually mention, it's got a fly. and it's, you know, usually about a 6-inch inseam here, and not very good for packing. This is gonna move around a lot when I'm walking. I would jump when I'm on a chair and I don't want to fall and hit my head, so I'm not gonna jump. But if I jumped, it would move and it would either look like I had a boner, or it would just be in the wrong place and be uncomfortable. Sometimes if you jump, it'll end up under you, which is very, very uncomfortable. But this is your classic boxer brief. They're very comfy on their own, and I like to wear them a lot. So these are Rodeo's packing boxer briefs. There are packing underwear that are made by different companies. Rodeo is one of the main companies, and from my knowledge, that makes packing underwear for trans people. And the cool thing about this is it's got a pouch right here. So you just take your packer and you stick it in the pouch, get it all, you know, situated and everything, and then it stays right there in that pouch. And Rodeos are pretty good. Sometimes I find that my packer sits a little too high up in them. You kind of have to wear them down a little bit, but they're stylish, they're very comfortable, and they're very good for packing because of this pouch that's sitting here. So next you have your long leg boxer brief. These sit at a 9-inch inseam. I'm not sure what the norm is for long leg boxer briefs, but for American Eagle it's a 9-inch. And these are also made of like a sport material, so they're very comfortable. They're also good for like in the winter for keeping in warmth and stuff like that. At least I think, because they feel pretty warm. And because they're longer, they cover more of your leg. But you can always just get long johns in the winter. So that's my go-to to keep my legs warm. But anyways, again, not very good for packing because it's so loose and everything will move around. But I love these because I love the wools on them. These are super cool. But that is your long leg boxer brief. And last but not least, you have your general boxer. These are also by American Eagle. As you can tell, I really like them. This is a very loose form of underwear that is really not good for packing, because you stick it in there, you move around, it's just gonna like fall, like it's already shifted sideways. So the dick is over here and the balls are over here. So not very good for packing, unless you have a harness, but that's not the topic of the video. But anyways, boxers are really comfortable. They're kind of my like lounge around underwear, or on a day if I just feel like I need to get some air and breathe. They're really good for that. They're very comfortable, very nice, and you can get boxers pretty much anywhere. You can get them at Target, you can get them at Walmart, you can go to a different brand. Boxers are everywhere, just like boxer briefs. So that's them. So that was just a little display of all the different types of underwear that I have. There are more types out there, I'm sure. I mean, there's thongs, which I don't like and I don't wear, so I don't have any. But there's different types of underwear out there that I didn't even mention. I just kind of showed you guys what I had. And so to answer the question, boxers or briefs, it's not just one of them. I'm sure there's people out there that like one type of underwear and they stick with it, especially cis guys. But especially for someone who's packing, I need to have different types of underwear because I need stuff that I can pack in, but I also enjoy boxer briefs and boxers. So really for me, it's all of the above. And I don't really have a favorite, because I mean, jockstraps are, hi Harlow, jockstraps are nice for if you just want to feel confident about yourself, or if you're gonna be with the lover, or if you're going out to a club and you know, just want to kind of feel a little scandalous. Like a jockstrap is great. They're also good for packing, and they're comfortable, and if you don't like having as much fabric on you, that's nice, it's a plus. And then boxer briefs and boxers are both really comfortable, and trunks are great too. I mean, really, I don't have a favorite because they're all really good. So anyways, I hope this video wasn't too boring. It was just kind of a little idea I had to talk about the different types of underwear and packing and stuff like that, although it's not a formal packing video. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring, and I'll see you guys next time.